you would know that freedom comes at a price.
You don't speak for us.
Yeah, you don't speak for us. All right, everyone just calm down. Calm down. Let's not let your hearts get in the way of your head. Calm down.
You don't speak for us. You don't speak for us. You don't speak for us.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. Things are getting quite frigid for the communist Democrat who's in charge of Chicago. The guy's name's Brandon Johnson. And he is, of course, allowing hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of criminal aliens to resettle in his city, displacing and sucking up the scant resources for the people who are native to Chicago, and that is pissing those people off. Chicago, who has some very large, predominantly black neighborhoods, is now facing a massive backlash against the Democrat Party for this policy. Mayor Brandon Johnson slams uphill effort to recall himself. That's right. The Democrats of Chicago are now trying to recall their mayor. This guy was elected less than a year ago. Mayor Brandon Johnson on Wednesday blasted an effort to establish a legal tool for voters to recall Chicago mayors, calling it disingenuous, saying that it backed by extreme right-wing political rivals. This is my favorite part. Chicago voted by the millions for Joe Biden. Chicago is one of the bluest cities on earth. And yet they use the fact that the extreme right-wing are who's attacking you if you are the Chicago mayor. The mayor's comment come after a Lakeview resident earlier this month created a political committee with the Illinois State Board of Elections seeking to establish a recall mechanism for the Chicago mayor's office. The state law does not currently provide a legal apparatus for voters to recall mayors. Voters get an opportunity every 2 years and 4 years, Johnson said, adding that the extreme right wing is not pleased with the diversity of Johnson's cabinet. Okay, got it. Yeah, got it. Okay. Well, I can show you some extreme right wing. How about the black residents of Chicago saying we're going to vote you out and we're going to take you out at the ballot box. Check this out.
With somebody who's obviously a one-term mayor, if he even makes it that far, you better be worrying about your job. You better be worrying about your longevity, because we're going to vote and we're going to get you out because you ain't doing right by us. That's what time it is.
Yeah, okay, got it. You must be part of the extreme right-wing MAGA. Black Chicago residents furious about the city's neglect of their own citizens, voting to pass Mayor Johnson's request for an additional $70 million for illegals. You vote the money. If these immigrants stay, we are coming for them seats. That's right. They are pissing off all of the wrong people in Chicago. The libs who were at this open mic, you can see Mayor Brandon Johnson right there, shaky and scared and quite worried, I think, about what was going on. Trying to finish a statement, they got booed. So there's a pro-migrant soy lib at this open mic in Chicago, and they got booed out of the room for being pro-migrant.
It is not possible for us to spend it's not possible for us to spend too much. We're spending too little. Let's expand the money for migrants. They need our support. They're not going anywhere. We are a welcoming city. We're going to stay that way. So let's make sure they are protected. Thank you. That's my public comments. Whoa. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is Richard.
Okay. Chicago hit by winds of change. Democrat flip on Brandon Johnson over migrant crisis in the Windy City. It's not migrants, by the way. These people are not migrants. They are criminal aliens. Their first act is breaking this country's laws. They are not migrants. They are not legal in any sense. As they warn the mayor that it's his and Biden's fault for backing sanctuary cities, Chicago is struggling to care for 34,000 asylum seekers busted. Joe Biden has brought in 7 million criminal aliens, and they're worried about 34,000. She believes the city could turn purple if Democrats fail on the crisis. She is now leading the effort in order to stop, obviously, the leftist politicians from doing this to Chicago, which is already a city that is facing some really rough homelessness and other problems. And the last thing you need are hundreds of thousands of people that don't speak the language, that have no jobs, that have no work permits coming in and breaking all social services. And that's what the people of Chicago are saying now. They are officially over with the Democrat Party. Listen to this report.
And here they are warning the mayor and city council about transferring another $70 million from the city's rainy day fund to take care of the migrants.
We need that money in my neighborhood. We need that on my block. So I'm asking y'all to use our tax money for our people. We need it.
You vote for the money for these immigrants today, and we coming for them seats. You can believe that.
The police are fighting with them in the shelters that you guys are funding. You guys think it's a great idea, but yet your police officers are getting attacked. Your public's getting attacked.
Currently, state law does not allow voters to recall Chicago's mayor, but after seeing how Mayor Johnson's first year has gone with the migrants and crime, a new group wants to change that by getting a referendum on the ballot this November that would pave the way to voting Johnson out.
We're not taking care of Chicago citizens first, and that's what it's all about. The fact of the matter is that we've never had this opportunity to recall before, and it's very apparent based on the mayor's abilities right now, or lack of accountability, that this needs to be addressed.
Yeah, Mayor Johnson is dismissing this recall effort as a right-wing effort from folks living out in the suburbs. But Dan laughed at that, saying he's lived in Chicago for 33 years. He is an independent. And in the 24 hours since news came out about this effort, he said there's been an outpouring support from folks of all backgrounds looking to sign on.
During a recent podcast in Chicago, this is like like an absolutely spectacular red pill here. Truth bomb explodes as man reveals who's truly to blame for the migrant crisis in Chicago. This is fantastic. So this lady's going on and on and on about how she hates the migrants in Chicago, and then she says, I'll do anything. And the guys go, well, who did you vote for? Like, did you vote for Joe Biden or did you vote for Donald Trump? This is the way you answer these questions.
1980, which of course should have been changed a long time ago. So they bringing them in. You wonder where the money coming from? They taking it. The COVID fund that was here, that money. You talking about all the pro housing programs. So when people pay rent, all the rental programs, that money, all the programs that we have in the city of Chicago, they are bankrupting us. They are taking from all of these programs that we have, and they're taking the money and they're funding the migrants. Our taxpayers, we've already paid $32 million out of our taxes to house and take care of the migrants thus far. Now, we already know the only ones who qualify to become citizens in asylum here from the starts of if they were here after August, they don't even qualify. But here we're going to be taking care of them for 5 to 7 years while there's paperwork floating on people's desk. And why? Send them home. Send them back. But Venezuela already said, oh, we're not taking them back. So now,
I got a question for you. Who did you vote for?
First of all, I have no problem with saying that I did vote for Biden because I was not voting.
Okay.
I did.
Okay,
But here it is.
Hold on.
Wait,
That was the question.
Okay.
Now you answered it, right?
Okay.
This migrant influx that we're dealing with right now, this is your fault.
Okay, well, let me say, hold on. First of all,
Boom, shaka, laka. It's actually the question, right? The DNC is going to host their convention in Chicago, so that should be a wild time. If you think you're going to have a peaceful Democratic convention while our people are starving, stay tuned, Black residents say, issuing warning to Democrats about having their convention in Chicago. Democrat residents never learn. The residents of Chicago voted for Brandon Johnson as their mayor, and now they filed a lawsuit against him for housing migrants in public spaces. They've turning Chicago. Again, Chicago's already a rough city. Turning it into a giant homeless shelter for criminal aliens. Black people are finally speaking out, finally saying enough is enough. Are you willing to actually change your community? Put on the MAGA hat. Put it on. Put on the MAGA hat and vote for Trump. Then I'll know you're actually serious about change. Ladies and gentlemen, until then, it's all just bluster in the Windy City. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay based. See ya.